Watch all the airports before this so you can get an idea. And by the way, unrealistic. I had to say that again. We have the CC getting some land out of this as well as India pushing in. So now it's China's time to accept their defeat, as well with Mongolia pushing into Inner Mongolia and Manchuria being more allied occupied. Also, by the way, with this whole thing, Japan gets a big boost in morale because with Russia basically collapsing into very, very small states like before, we see them fully taking control of this part of the island, and they even decide to take a little bit more so they can get some oil fields. Because why not? Who doesn't love oil? I know USA loves oil. Seriously, can we stop with the USA oil jokes? They're not funny anymore. They were never funny in the first place, actually. So now with Japan securing lots of oil, China's screwed. China's screwed. Although once again, not going down without a fight. Ugh. So with this, we have China deciding to go through their last days as a fighting warrior. So they decide to withdraw all troops from Taiwan. After frankly useless invasion, just loads of casualties. Now we have the China's last stand. We have Vietnam and Taiwan making a landing in here. Yeah, two naval invasions and pushing through. We also have them deciding to liberate both Macau and Hong Kong while they're here. So now it's just time for the full push. Um, with this, but all of them squeezing with through all sides, and they even decide to temporarily team up with the CC, who takes some land. With this, it's a very very slow invasion, but it's a thing. Yeah. Who's playing the radio outside? Good God. We see China continuing to collapse as all the front lines are finally connected. With this, Beijing is temporarily captured, but it is liberated. Then it's recaptured again. Then it is eventually taken back into Chinese hands. Now we have the final battle of Beijing, which is going to turn the whole war. So we have Beijing being like right here. I'd say this is a good spot. With this, we have the blue team deciding to go on offense. Hopefully to encircle the city. With this, they get extremely close, but the CC decides to just kind of hop in with their own plans, and they decide to just cause a weird front line and to try to encircle Beijing themselves. So now the West is pretty annoyed, but they kind of have to just deal with it. So it shortens their encirclement. They go in to connect it, but China decides to withdraw all their forces from everywhere else, which leads to more land being taken. With this time, we also see the collapse of their South Asian allies. So we see the collapse of Kampuchea, Khmer Rouge, Cambodia, whatever. So yeah, we see the collapse of that. Although there is some mild partisan resistance. Now this all goes to Vietnam, by the way. We see the collapse of Laos because just why not? And we also see the collapse of their land in Thailand as they take that back. Um, and with Australia and New Zealand forces now arriving in big numbers, it's all over. It's all over. So now with China, almost all of China's forces being pulled out, we have them going on the last counteroffensive they can manage. It's not as big as their last one, but it's still pretty decent, and they even get some of their coast back. With this, China is out of resources, and it's kind of just a very slow, pointless recapturing of all their lands. Eventually, we have the CC also getting some land, and now we have the final push to Beijing. With this, the Western powers and the CC are able to encircle the city together. With this, we have the CC going to the southwest of it, while the Allies take the northeast. With this, the final battle comes. China is able to push out just a little bit, although it is eventually recaptured, just with slightly different borders this time. Eventually, the Allied powers and the CC agree, as there's about 800,000 forces still here. So with this, they just decide to nuke the city and just end it. They also decide to nuke parts of Manchuria and the outskirts of Beijing, just in case. So now China's dead. They can't take it anymore. So now we're going to have to redraw the borders because why not? So with this, it's going to be a bit of a mess, but I'm going to fix some things. So now we have to redraw this whole thing, and I'm not focusing on the air places. I'm just this specifically. Um, So now we're gonna be kind of mutilating China right here, but whatever. We have Macau and Hong Kong becoming very big, um, for no reason at all. I just thought it'd be nice to make them big. We and any land that I don't circle it, that's all going to Taiwan, because why not? We have Korea being reunified, and also them taking a bit out of Manchuria. We have Manchuria also becoming independent. And now let's just brutalize China even more because we can. So the independent Manchuria is very big. We have Mongolia taking the rest of Inner Mongolia, because just they did something in this war to do it. Um and yeah, like, once again, unrealistic. This is the most unrealistic video I've made, to be honest. So with this, Mongolia becomes very big. Actually, that's very thick. We have Xbox Land taking over all of Tajikistan and even deciding to unite with Kazakhstan, because why not? Although they use the Kyrgyzstan flag and a Kazakhstan flag together, so that's cool, I guess. Um the Pakistan Afghanistan union basically they don't really get much, but they get a little bit. With this, they kind of just tip into Tibet a little. And we also have to just give India back the lands that they had. So it's not exact, but whatever. India is going to be getting quite a bit of land from this, because just why not? Um So with this, we have India getting quite a big horn right there. Big horn, I guess. That sounded better in my head. Wow. So now India is very big. We also have Nepal and Bhutan getting to expand their borders. So Nepal gets this weird thing right here, although they're still both landlocked. Yes, very sad. And as well as Bhutan getting this. We also have Tibet being released, as well as Xinjiang. Um, And with this, we're just gonna unite Southeast Asia, because why not? We can do that. Yeah, sure, why not? As like I said, this island goes back to Vietnam, and we have Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam all being united under Vietnamese control. With this, I don't really see how else we could mm, change China. I don't think we can do much with them anymore. I guess we can give the CC someone, because they played a big part in this rule. So let's give them that, and the rest goes to Taiwan. Although it needs lots of Western help. I'm just gonna ignore this because I don't feel like redrawing that. Russia's reunited under all of Siberia, and I'm done with this video. Bye.